Yeah. Right. Wow. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Am I the only one that feels the ocean coming with the swing in and out? You just brought that. You just brought it.
Nice.
Yeah. Everybody, let's
I
take a
love the
bath.
ocean.
I love it too. Okay, we're gonna talk about that too. But let me just first say great morning, grand rising to all of us this morning. Happy Monday. We are here to do it all over again. I'm your Arne. I'm your host for this Monday morning edition of Daily Antidote of Song, which as always is lovingly brought to you by them good looking people over at Carpe Diem Arts. Give them a hand. They not just good, but they good looking too. And we are kicking off Women's History Month here at Daily Antidote of Song. There's a special beloved guest in the room who we're going to speak with in a moment. But I need to take the time first off to say good morning to Busy Graham. I don't see her, but I'm suspecting she's somewhere in these squares. Somewhere in the squares. And of course to Anna, who is our Daily Antidote of Song assistant on sound, my stylist for the day. Yo, how do you do it? How do you do it, Anna? She does the woman of everything. All right. We also need to say hello to our Facebook Live family. Go ahead. Say hello. I love them. All right. And then we're going to say greetings to our Zoomers in the room. Oh, I got it right. The Zoomers in the room. The Zoomers in the room. Wave to each other. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. And I'm going to start the hellos with Joe Rossi, just because that's my girl. And if there are any new people who are in the room today, please stay until the end, or just let us know how you found us. Put your name in the chat and where you're from and how you found us. And there might be a special welcome for you afterwards. All right, let's get started with the Zoomers in the room. I'm so glad to see Anna. Hey, so glad to see Cissa. So glad to see Annette. And Becky NBC. Oh, and there's my girl Deli. And there's Busy. Hi, Busy. How you doing? And Arlene in Berkeley. And Dan in Vienna, and Susan, the star of the show at Dr. Barnwell's event last Saturday. How many people were there? Put in the chat if you were there. It was an event not to be missed. But let me keep going. And there's Sheila in Florida and Kate in the south of France. Go ahead, girl. There's Storm. Storming it up. What is that, Storm? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. And there's Aloysius all over the world, and Gary with solutions, and Bonnie in Boise, and Doug Underhill, and Bob in Tucson, and Ruth on a coach traveling somewhere. Hey, Ruth, keep that mask on, girl. And there's Mr. James Harkless. Yes, love and respect to you, sir. And there's Ann in Maryland, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Phil at the best bar ever. Phil, it's kind of early, but we not going to judge. We not judging. We love you anyway. And there's Carolyn in Boise. Hey, girl. And there's Jamie in Victoria. Okay, it's moving fast. Keith, I see you, Keith. And then there's Brian and Nancy with that moo cow. And there's Christiana in Maryland. Amanda and Miles are here. Hey! And there's Dagmar. And y'all are moving fast. And Deborah in Kentucky. And Jim in New York City. And Fred in DC, and Gloria in Minnesota, Ralph and Penny in Victoria, and Sarah in Texas, and Kate in Charlottesville, one of my favorite places, Kath and Arapaho Cheyenne territory. I see you there. Julie in Ontario, Cliff in Vermont, Nancy in Vermont. Y'all know each other? Well, y'all do now. And there's Kevin. Kevin is here. And there's Susan in Seattle. Sandy in Silver Spring. And Cricket. I love the hair this morning. Yes. And Mabel with that dancing rocket bear. There we go, in Massachusetts. And there is Jane in Texas, Trish in Victoria, the Curly Tops. Come on, Curly Tops. And Bob. Hey, Bob, you're in a whole nother square. All right, but Bob is still here in Massachusetts. Elise Witt. Hello, Elise. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Kat and the Penguin somewhere in the world. And there's Harriet. And there's Storm again. And LMG. And Aloysius again. And Bronwyn in Victoria. It's moving fast. And Loriana and company. Jenny in Suffolk. Joni and Susan B. and Carol J. in Connecticut. Kate the Wanderer. And Amos somewhere. And there's Hoda in Victoria. And Tusi in Massachusetts. And Adrian and Robert and Jane. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Happy Monday to everybody. Okay, enough. Glad you all are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we are jumpstarting women's history today on Daily Antidote of Song. Our guest is a super talented singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist. Her music organically infuses indigenous Afro-Brazilian sounds with funk and jazz influences. She is a not one, not two, but three-time Whammy nominee. Of course, we all know of her captivating stage presence, and she is going to wow us today. She's already done it. Bring it back. Everybody, please put your hands together and welcome today's guest, Cissa Paz. Come on, give it up. Give it up. Good morning,
Thank you.
Cissa.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Wow, this is wonderful. Such a great vibe with you over here, Renee.
Yeah. How are you
I
feeling
wasn't
today?
even expecting it. Huh?
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling blessed. Every day is an adventure. Can't complain.
Absolutely. Okay, so
Yeah.
tell us about the song that you have chosen to share this morning.
Sure. So I'm actually really lucky because I think I'm gonna do this twice for Women's History Month. In the end of the month, I'm hoping to sing a song. Well, I'll talk about that one later. Today, I'm doing a song that I wrote that is called Obaluae Odara. It's basically just like a love song to all women, just saying, I love you, you are valued, you are loved, you are wonderful, you are magical. That's kind of the gist of what the lyrics say. And I actually wrote it in English and in Portuguese. So it's a bilingual song. So you'll be able to understand it for once when I sing one of my songs. And I don't have to translate it for you because it'll be in English and in Portuguese. And the chorus is super, super simple. So you can sing along with me. And there it
Okay,
is.
so can you teach us the chorus?
Sure. It goes, Obaluae Odara, Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Odara, Obaluae Deus Dara. It's a samba. Yeah, again. Obaluae Odara, Obaluae Odara, Obaluae Odara, Obaluae Deus Dara. Yeah.
Oh, all right. We ready.
Cool, let's do it. Obaluae, just so you know, is a orisha of basically health and wellness, and Odara means beautiful. And Deus Dara means God will give us. So basically, God will give us strength, God will give us magic, God will give us all the wonderful things that women are. I'm a little bit clunky here because it's cheer. Mulher que canta, dança e chora, sempre se melhora. Teu canto rico revigora. Nessa nossa história, quem te vê dançar se enamora. Quando você se comemora. Vem cá, me conta, teus defeitos também são bem feitos. Respira o ar de teu sonhar. No ventre de nosso estar, quero ver você brilhar. Feminina eu quero ser. Here we go. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Deus dará. Obaluae Deus dará. Woman, you sing, dance, you cry. You're always worth a try. Your sweet voice is a revival. The way our story goes, those who see you dance will fall in love. Your sweet moves are mystical. Come here and tell me all your faults. They are all so well thought out. In this dream there is no doubt. In the belly of divine, I want to see you shine. Feminine, I wanna be. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Deus dará. How did you do?
I think we did good, and we're going to come back around and do it. We are going to come back around
Yeah.
and do it. Wow. Mm. Let's take that in. Okay, you took me straight back to Black Orpheus. Just
The song or the movie?
the
Both.
movie, of course. The movie, of course, with the
That movie's
dancing. Oh
beautiful.
gosh, it is such a beautiful
And
movie.
there's two versions. Have you seen both versions of them?
Uh, yeah. The one that I
There's
particularly like, I think, is the 1959 version.
Yes, that's my favorite too.
With Marpesa
Yeah,
Dawn.
they made a new one that's it's really nice too, but of course the old one is just touches my heart.
I
It's
thought the
really
new one
beautiful.
is a little more mm, edgy.
A little more edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like modernized version, it's a little bit more washed off. But it's cool too. I really like the I think the guy that plays it is he's a Brazilian reggae artist and he's gorgeous. So that helps.
Everybody, give a hand to Cissa Paz for that. We're going to come back around because we know the song now.
Awesome.
People talk about your singing a lot, but you were quite an accomplished guitarist. Can you
Oh,
talk
thank
about
you.
how difficult it is to play and self-accompany? When did you start doing that?
So it's funny because I've been playing guitar since I was like 10, but I didn't really start studying, and music in general, guitar. Well, singing I started a little earlier, studying, that is like having a coach and really diving into some theory and really trying to know what I'm doing. But with guitar, I didn't start doing that until about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So, or yeah, 5 or 6 years ago, I started taking really lessons, learning theory, and really diving in. And I started to accompany myself. In the beginning, it was really hard. I'd get really nervous. I'm like, I can do this, but I don't know if I can do it in front of people. That's scary, you know? But then, you get used to it, you get more comfortable, and you just make it happen. And I feel like it's something that I'm going to be learning forever, because there's so much to not just the guitar, but to any instrument and to music in general, because music, to me, comes from nature. So or it is nature. I don't even know if it is nature or it comes from it, or if it's the same thing, because it's so vast. It's so enormous. It's like, it's almost, well, it is infinite, so there's so much to learn, and it's something that constantly challenges me. So that's why I love it. One of the reasons why I love it so much is because I'm always able to learn more and more and more, and see people that inspire me, and learn different ways, and new ways of doing things, and ways that I haven't learned about before. So yes, it's a challenge, but it's a welcomed one.
Wow, wow, you're wonderful with it. You described your sound as a unique blend of regional Northeast Brazilian styles. So that includes the samba. What are the other styles?
So there's forró, there is coco. There's a lot of different styles in regional music, and some of which are so mixed up at this point that I don't even know what to call them. But there are very traditional ones too, like forró, maracatu, coco. I'm trying to remember one from Pará that's really cool. I forget the name of it now, but it'll come to me. There's so many different ones, and what I love to do is mix them into different things, and use them in my compositions. And but lately I've been taking from the African influence, because Brazilian music's very African influence, so it's easy to do that, and it's very natural for us, and the cool thing is that people have been going full circle now, and going back, and meeting African artists, and or listening to them, and putting that into their music, which is, it's kind of like the same thing but in a new way,
Absolutely.
because you get their new perspective, and then you put it into your new perspective, and then you have this almost like a collaboration of sorts, without actually collaborating, and sometimes collaborating too, of course, which
Absolutely.
is
So that's
also
where you get
really,
that.
really
Yeah,
special.
that's where you get that twist of jazz. You get the funk. You get the soul. And I know you throw some go-go in there. You up on the,
I love go-go. I need to make a go-go song. I
you need a
need to. I
go-go
don't have one
song.
yet. I
You
need one. Yes.
need
For
a go-go
sure.
song. Absolutely. So we
Definitely.
are officially at the last calendar day of Black History Month here in the US. For me, I celebrate it every day of the week. But I
Yes.
think there's an interesting way for us to intersect Black History Month with Women's History Month, which actually starts
Mhm.
on tomorrow. Um, I'm curious, the Movimento Negro, the Black movement in
Mhm.
Brazil, what's your understanding of that?
So it's, I'll say that it's kind of new, even though it has been going on for at least 10 or plus years, but it's pretty new compared to the US. And I feel like it's a little bit behind. Even it's really funny. You see it in the music, like in the rap and the hip hop music that you see in Brazil, which it's like, it's very flavorful right now, and it's really cool how it kind of relates to older American hip hop, like from the 90s or something like that. And so it's really interesting to see, how things are progressing over there, and how they are expressing themselves through music, with relating to the Movimento Negro and so forth. So I see that. I see so much. I see people standing up for themselves finally. I see people valuing themselves. I see people taking charge and saying, "No more. We're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to accept this anymore." And it took a very long time, a frustratingly long time, for it to happen, because it's really hard to compare, the slavery here, the slavery there, and how things progress. It's really hard to compare. And of course, I'm not a scholar in this. This is just my humble opinions. But I think that there's something to be said about how the vibe almost of how the Portuguese and the English people, how they did it. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something to be said about how they were able to do this mind control thing in Brazil, where people were so submissive for so long, but now finally they're standing up and they're saying no more, and they're not doing it anymore. And that's a beautiful, wonderful thing to watch. It's just, it almost brings tears to my eyes to think that it's finally happening, you know? And it's been
Yeah,
happening for a while, and it's getting stronger and stronger, and some horrible things are happening too,
of
but
course.
some wonderful things and some horrible things are happening. And that's
But
how it goes.
that's
That's how
that's
it
how
goes here too. Yeah.
that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Wow. Joanna Chesimard. You've
Joanna Chesimard. Yeah, I've
yes.
heard the name. Yes, yes, yes.
You probably know her as Asada Shakur.
Oh, yes.
You've
Yes.
talked about wanting to connect with her, at least emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
because she is a revolutionary figure here in
Mm-hmm.
the West. But
Mm-hmm.
somehow has she transcended into Brazilian culture as well?
Yeah, I think that she is somebody that's so iconic for everyone, and even the guts that she had in what she did and how she did it and where she ended up, you know, it's amazing to anybody who starts to read about it. And people in Brazil have, like I said, started to educate themselves and started to read about people like her. And she's someone who's just very special and represents so much for women and for Black women. So yeah, I know she's an influence in Brazil for sure. Yeah.
So if you were going to cook for her, what would you serve her?
What would I make?
What would you
We're
serve
gonna.
her?
What would I serve her? I'd probably serve her a dish from Bahia, like a muqueca, or we had yesterday a carajé. We had here at the house, my sister from another mister, she makes a acarajé amazing. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Actually comes straight from Africa. They have it in Nigeria. It's called akara there, I think.
I've heard
And
that.
they also, yeah, and they also have it in Senegal. I heard yesterday, which I didn't even know. But they're made from black eyed peas. You have to, and I did this a couple of days ago. I soaked the black eyed peas for at least 4 to 6 hours, and
Yep.
then you have to peel them. You peel them. So it's a ritual to make this thing. It's very special. It's a very special food.
Wow.
There's a song about it. Se quiser vatapá, oi, que procure fazer. Primeiro o fubá, depois o dendê. Procure uma nega baiana boa que saiba mexer. It's saying, you know, if you want vatapá, vatapá is something that comes with the acarajé. So there's a few things that you serve with acarajé. Now we're going into food. See, I
Okay.
went on the
All
food
right.
tangent. It
Because
was
I'm a
your
foodie.
fault. You asked. You asked.
I did. I haven't had breakfast yet, so
You hungry?
I'm kind of there. I'm kind of there. Let's
That's
let's switch
hilarious.
over. Let's switch over. You are a practitioner of yoga and meditation.
Hmm.
How do you incorporate your practice into your music, or do you?
I think I do in a way, you know, a lot of my music is kind of flowy, chill, and kind of, you know, relax and let's feel good. Like it's feel good music, I want to say, most of the time. So I feel like that's a way of incorporating it. I don't directly make yoga and meditation music, although I've actually talked to a friend of mine. We're thinking about doing something like that, but not yet. Haven't done it yet. For now, it's just an idea, but it would be fun to put out like an EP or something of 5 songs, 4 songs of something more relaxed, but Brazilian, you know, African regional, Brazilian regional kind of sound with these instruments. Sometimes I suffer because I'm not in Brazil and it's hard to find the people who play these instruments. Like there's an instrument called the viola that is so beautiful, that I think would be really cool to make something like that, with viola and different percussion instruments that we have there, because there's so many different ones, and it would be really cool to partner up with like a really a talented percussionist from the northeast of Brazil and do something like that. And I've also thought about doing it with somebody who plays kora, which would be is not Brazilian, but would be really cool.
Maybe it's something you can find on Etsy. I don't know. Etsy has all of these crafters who
The
hand.
instruments, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find the instruments, or playing the core is hard. I'd have to find
It's a
someone
lot.
to collaborate with me.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of strings. It's a lot of strings.
Yeah.
And speaking of Etsy, word on the street is you have a little thing going on Etsy. Is that true?
Yeah, I have a little store. It's mainly to support my album because, as everybody knows, it's super expensive to put an album out. And right now I'm trying to get money to mix and master, which is like $2,000. Because everything else is paid for. Thank God. I did get some help from Maryland. So I really appreciate Montgomery County helped me out with that. Yay. So that was cool. So everything else is pretty much done. That's all that's missing. And I really need to get that done so I can get this album out because I'm already like halfway done with the third one. And so I have an Etsy shop that sells like t-shirts and it has the curand. I should have worn it. If I'd known you were talking about it, I would have worn it. I have a t-shirt that says curandeira, which is the name of the album and it means healer. Not to say that I'm a healer, just to say that there are many healing properties in nature and in music that we can take advantage of.
Okay, so how do we find your Etsy store? Put it in the chat.
It's called Tiny Jungle Studio. So just do a little search
Okay,
for
Anna
Tiny
will find it.
Jungle
Tiny Jungle Studio.
Studio.
And so
Yes.
that's a way in which that we can support your incredible artistry.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, girl. Everything counts, especially in these
Yes.
COVID times. So I understand you've got a house concert that's coming up. Tell us about that.
Yes, so it's on the 24th of March, and I believe Anna's putting up the link. There it is at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be on Zoom and on Facebook Live and for Carpe Diem. So I'm really excited. I haven't done one of those in a little while. I hope everybody will join us. I'm going to be playing songs from my album. I'll probably play songs from the third album too, because I have a few new songs that I love that I'll probably be playing that I've written in collaboration and or just some that are just mine. And then I'll probably do some covers of Djavan, Caetano Veloso, Gilberto Gil, David
Javon, baby. Come on,
Villa.
Javon. All right.
Yes, love
Do
him.
you do any Nascimento covers?
Milton Nascimento, I have Tudo que você podia ser.
Okay.
Tudo que você podia. It's not a very well known one, but it's really nice.
Wow.
Com sol e chuva, você sonhava. He's amazing.
He is
I saw
amazing.
him. I saw him in concert in Georgetown, actually.
Wow. 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 And I know you do a couple Sade covers too.
Yeah, yeah. I do Sweetest Taboo.
You sound great
I
on
need
it.
to add some more. Thank you.
Add some more.
I love
And
I love Sade.
yeah, you are a healer. What you're doing is considered part of what makes us feel better. And just the energy that you exuded just at the beginning of Daily Antidote today. I love that vibe you did. So that puts a lot of people in a good space. It's a good head space, a good heart space. So you are a healer. Claim it, girl. Claim it.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you. Thank
Let's
you.
go.
It's
Can we?
definitely the definitely the one of my missions through music is to make people feel good. So make people feel better because life is hard. So it's also a matter of attitude. What is the attitude that we have? We wake up in the morning and we say, today's gonna be an amazing day. And maybe some horrible stuff will happen, but then we'll get over it and we'll keep it moving, you
Keep
know?
it moving. Keep it moving. Can we get
Yeah.
back to the song again? We know our parts.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can we do the
Let's
whole
I'm
song?
gonna play the chorus so you guys can sing with me. Is that cool? Let's go. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae Odara. Obaluae You look so beautiful.
Ooh, oh yeah. Everybody, if you're feeling healed, put it in the chat. If you're feeling healed off of this energy and this vibe, put it in the chat.
Oh,
Wow,
I love that Asada quote. I believe in the fire of love and the sweat of truth.
sweat of
That's
truth.
beautiful.
Sweat
That's
of
very
truth.
beautiful.
Absolutely. Wow.
Mhm.
Let's take a breath on that. Cissa, I'm feeling real good right now, girl. I'm feeling real
I'm
good.
glad. I'm
I
glad. I'm glad. Real quick before I get kicked out, can I say something about the next time we do this? Because I'm gonna invite a friend of mine. So we were talking about the Movimento Negro in Brazil, there and the women, of course. So the women in Brazil, because chauvinism is huge in Brazil, and it's really interesting. Do I have time to talk about this
yes,
a
go
little
for
bit?
it. Go for it. Go
Okay.
for it.
And in what happens in Brazil with the machismo is that there's a lot of men who think that they're not machista, but they really are. And so I think that the big issue right now is trying to get them to understand, because they have good intentions, right? And you see that here too, but you see it a lot more there. You see it a lot, and they have good intentions and they want to do better, and they want to be respectful, and but they don't really know how. It feels like they're not really sure. They're saying these things and it's like, oh my god, that is horrible, did you just say that? And they're like, what do you mean, it's normal, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not okay. So it's something, there's something to be said about being able to put people in their place. Sometimes you have to do it in a nice way, though. Sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? But I think that that is a really big challenge for me, because I don't really love conflict. I don't really love fighting with people and trying to put people in their place, even though sometimes it's necessary. But I think that that's a challenge for women in Brazil. It's even harder for women of color, because they have to stand up even more, and sometimes it can be viewed as being rude, or being nasty. And so I think that's something. It's a good subject to talk about, to see how we can talk to our men in a loving way, the ones at least that are open to it and that understand that they might not really have the right ideas in their brain.
I'm glad you mentioned this because these are teachable moments for all of us. These are teachable moments
Hmm.
for the men to understand that times have changed. It's a lot different now. And then teaching women how to be able to advocate on behalf of themselves, on behalf of their well being, for the community, uh, I'm taking a holistic approach. The land, fertility, procreation, all of that.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
strength that lies with women, and so
Yeah.
of course I'm going to encourage that. And yeah, I hope that I'm back the next time you're around so we can talk about this a little more. But
Yeah, for sure.
I like how we intersected the Black history and the women's
I
history.
like that too. I'm gonna bring my sister next time so she can play some percussion, and we'll do that song together. The one I was talking about.
All right. Okay, we're
All
on record
right.
here, y'all. We on record. It's gonna be on Facebook, so you gonna have to do it.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I hope she's ready.
Fantastic. Everybody give it up for Cissa Paz.
Thank you.
Cissa Paz.
Keep in touch.
Yay. Oh, let's breathe that in. I'm thinking about black eyed peas now. Girl, why you do that? Okay.
Sorry.
No,
It's
I'm teasing.
good.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I know when we take that bus, we take the Daily Antidote bus around the globe, we stopping at your house because I'm having lunch. Thank you very
Let's
kind.
go.
Very
Definitely.
all right, everyone. Let me just check. Are there any announcements, Anna, perhaps that people need to know about?
Well, there's one really fun announcement we were hoping maybe you could elaborate on, which is Dr. Issei Barnwell's 76th birthday, which is today.
Today. Okay, so everybody put those birthday greetings in the chat. We can make sure we send this to Dr. Barnwell. I was there. I was there. Thank you, Susan. On Saturday, it was an incredible event. I was so happy to see her there. She was so elated, and there were times where I just knew she was getting ready to jump up, and I told her, the only thing that was missing, she needed a wig to throw out those three tenors. Because once they started singing, it's like you got to throw things. You got to throw things. That's how we do in our community. So it was a beautiful experience. Happy birthday, Dr. Izai Maria Barnwell. Happy birthday to you, and many more. Okay, make sure y'all send her your love. Make sure you send her your love. This has been a fun day. Let's breathe all of this goodness in and let's hold it in our hearts as we move through our days. And as Cissa said, no matter what comes at us, we have this. Let's hold on to this. Let's hold on to this. All right, I think it is time for us to say goodbye to our Facebook Live family. Thank you, Facebook. Give them a hand. Send them off.